Tienes que dar ese ejemplo primero como persona y como jugador de ir a presionar. Vas a tener a Cubarsí, vas a ser tú el que marca a Cubarsí y a Ter Stegen. Y te vas a pegar todo el partido presionando a Cubarsí que no avance y presionando a Ter Stegen para que juegue rápido y volviendo rápido. ¿Para qué? Para ser un líder. Porque tú piensas...
Sometimes, the biggest football lessons are not about scoring goals. They are about everything that happens when a player does not have the ball. A few months ago, one conversation inside Paris Saint-Germain shocked the football world. Luis Enrique was sitting face-to-face with Kylian Mbappé, one of the most gifted players of his generation. Instead of praising his goals, his speed, or his incredible talent, the PSG manager focused on something completely different: leadership. He told Mbappé that being the best attacker was not enough. If he truly wanted to become the complete leader of the team, he also had to press harder, defend with intensity, and inspire everyone around him. At the time, many supporters thought those words were too harsh. After all, why would anyone question a player who had already won a World Cup, scored hundreds of goals, and established himself among football's biggest stars? But football has a funny way of changing opinions. As time passed, more people started looking back at Luis Enrique's message. Not because Mbappé lacked ability, but because modern football demands much more than moments of brilliance. The greatest teams are built on collective effort, and even the biggest stars are expected to contribute in every phase of the game. So, was Luis Enrique trying to limit Mbappé's freedom? Or did he recognize something that many people overlooked? In today's video, we'll examine what Luis Enrique actually said, why it created so much debate, and whether recent events have made his words more relevant than ever. Before we begin, if you enjoy football documentaries, tactical analysis, and the biggest stories in the game, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload. Now let's go back to the moment when one conversation changed the way many people viewed Kylian Mbappé. So, what did Luis Enrique actually say? Many people remember the headlines, but far fewer remember the full message. His comments were not about questioning Kylian Mbappé's talent. In fact, he began by praising him. Luis Enrique made it clear that he already believed Mbappé was one of the best players in the world. That was never the issue. His real focus was on leadership and responsibility. In a behind-the-scenes documentary filmed during his time at Paris Saint-Germain, Luis Enrique sat down with Mbappé before an important UEFA Champions League match. Instead of talking about goals, he spoke about the qualities that separate great players from complete leaders. To explain his point, he used Michael Jordan as an example. He reminded Mbappé that Jordan was famous not only for scoring points, but also for setting the standard through his effort and determination on both ends of the court. Luis Enrique wanted Mbappé to do something similar on the football pitch. He told Mbappé that when goals are not coming, a true leader still helps the team in other ways. That means pressing defenders, working hard without the ball, tracking back when necessary, and inspiring teammates through actions instead of words. His message was simple: a world-class attacker can change a match with one moment of brilliance, but a complete leader can influence every minute of the game, even without scoring. Luis Enrique also explained that if Mbappé became the first player to press with full intensity, the rest of the team would naturally follow. In his view, leadership starts with setting the example. One player's energy can spread throughout the entire squad. This idea was not new. Throughout his coaching career with Barcelona, Spain, and Paris Saint-Germain, Luis Enrique has consistently asked every player, regardless of reputation, to contribute when the team loses possession. His football philosophy has always been built around collective effort, quick pressing, and disciplined teamwork. That is why this conversation became so important. It was never about reducing Mbappé's freedom or ignoring his incredible ability. It was about asking one of football's biggest stars to become even more complete. At the time, many supporters focused only on the criticism. But as more people understood the full context of Luis Enrique's words, the discussion started to change. At first, not everyone agreed with Luis Enrique's approach. The reaction was immediate. Social media filled with debates. Football television shows discussed his comments, and fans around the world defended Kylian Mbappé. To many people, it simply did not make sense. Why would a coach publicly challenge one of the most dangerous attacking players in football? After all, Mbappé had already achieved what most players can only dream of. He had won the FIFA World Cup with France in 2018, scored a hat-trick in the 2022 World Cup final, collected league titles, and consistently ranked among the world's top goal scorers. Supporters believed that a player with those achievements had already proven his value on the biggest stages. Some people also felt that asking Mbappé to spend more energy defending could reduce what makes him so special in attack. They argued that his speed, movement, and finishing are his greatest strengths, and that his main responsibility should be creating and scoring goals. From the outside, those opinions sounded reasonable. But Luis Enrique was not measuring Mbappé by the standards of an ordinary world-class player. He was measuring him by the standards of a player who could become one of the greatest leaders in football. And that small difference completely changed the meaning of his message. After everything that happened, one question remained. Was Luis Enrique actually right? The answer is not as simple as saying yes or no. Football is a game of different ideas, and both sides have strong arguments. If we judge Mbappé only by his attacking ability, there is very little to criticize. He has been one of the world's most dangerous forwards for years. His pace, finishing, movement, and ability to decide big matches have made him one of the biggest stars in football. Very few players can change a game as quickly as he can. But Luis Enrique was looking beyond goals and highlights. He believed that the very best players should influence every part of the match. His point was that when a team's biggest star works hard without the ball, it encourages everyone else to do the same. That creates a stronger team, especially against the toughest opponents where every small detail can decide the result. As the season continued, many football analysts noticed that Mbappé showed greater effort in certain matches when pressing defenders and helping his teammates. That did not mean he suddenly became a defensive specialist, and it would not be accurate to say that every weakness disappeared. However, it showed that even a player with extraordinary talent can continue to develop different parts of his game. Luis Enrique's message was never about taking away Mbappé's freedom in attack. Instead, he wanted to add another dimension to an already world-class player. His goal was to help Mbappé become someone who could lead the team whether they had possession or not. In many ways, this reflects how modern football has evolved. The most successful teams are often built around players who combine individual brilliance with commitment to the collective effort. Coaches now expect every player, regardless of reputation, to contribute when the team loses the ball. So, was Luis Enrique right? If his message was that Mbappé lacked talent, the answer would clearly be no. His career has already proven the opposite. But if his message was that one of the world's best players could become even more complete by embracing greater responsibility in every phase of the game, there is a strong argument that he had a valid point. Perhaps that is why this conversation continues today. It was never really about proving one person right and the other wrong. It was about understanding what separates a great player from a complete leader, and why even the biggest stars are always capable of growing. So, let's go back to where this video began. At first, many people believed Luis Enrique was being too demanding. They saw his comments as unnecessary criticism of one of the most gifted footballers in the world. But after looking at the full conversation, it becomes clear that his message was very different. He never questioned Kylian Mbappé's ability. He challenged him to become even greater, not by scoring more goals, but by becoming the kind of leader who influences every moment of the game. A player who sets the standard through effort, commitment, and responsibility, whether the team has the ball or not. Whether you agree with Luis Enrique's approach or not, one thing is certain: modern football continues to evolve. Today's biggest stars are expected to do much more than produce moments of magic. Managers now ask their best players to inspire the entire team through their attitude, work rate, and willingness to fight for every possession. And perhaps that is why this discussion became so important. It was never simply about a coach and a superstar. It was about what greatness really means at the highest level of football. Kylian Mbappé has already built a career that most players could only dream of. Yet, like every great athlete in history, he still has opportunities to grow, adapt, and reach an even higher level. That is one of the reasons the football world will continue to watch his journey with so much interest in the years ahead. Now it's your turn. Do you think Luis Enrique was right to challenge Mbappé in this way? Or do you believe a player with Mbappé's qualities should be given complete freedom to focus on attack? Share your opinion respectfully in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more football history, tactical analysis, and the biggest stories from around the world. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.